Libra. Excuse me, I'm cleaning up from the last reading. So I was pre-channeling a little bit, just like for 5 seconds there before I started this video. And automatically I could feel you being like, yes, you're agreeing to something, or you're in, I don't know if you're in cahoots. I don't know why I want to say that word cahoots. It's like you're in alignment with something that you need to be in alignment with. Yeah, into the unknown. Number 7, you're about to do something or take a leap of faith in a direction. I don't even think you were realizing that that's going to be like the direction you're going to go in. Yeah, she's got on a blindfold and gloves. Like, she's really feeling her way through this. It doesn't have anything to do with what she can see or something that she's currently like got in her grasp. It's something that's like on the way. It's on the way via a different method than you thought, or yeah, look, there's commitment. So you're gonna get this. You're gonna go out into the unknown and unknowingly bump right into commitment. I feel like that's what this is. You're gonna find something randomly, a new subject matter, a new person, a new endeavor, whatever it is, a new job, and you're gonna want to commit to it like immediately. Yep, you're cleaning house. You're just done. You're done with like the pish posh. Here I'm seeing number 36 and number 37. This is a progression. It's like you're committed to cleaning out the old and welcoming in the new. Let me see what's at the bottom of this deck really quick. Yeah, look, there's not going to be any storm fields. I'm just saying the number 9 usually doesn't make me automatically think of 9, like as in German, no. But in this card, it does. It's like the tornadoes, the delays, the bad weather systems, all that is about to be gone. Okay, you're going to be seeking something better. That's what it is. You're over like I want to say overworking yourself. You're not gonna just be. I think you're gonna commit to things that make you feel good, and other than that, like, you're kind of just not. Libras are kind of like that. Look, angry mind in reverse. You're not even mad. You're not even angry. You're not even upset. You're just like, thank God I get to move on to something else. Like, this is. You're not angry about having to go into the unknown, because wherever you've been has been like a shit show. Okay, an absolute shit show. When anger rises, think of the consequences. That's what's written here on this card. It's in reverse, though. So I think right now you're just like, I'm not angry, so I'm not going to think about consequences, truthfully. Yeah, no. This number 36 is being reaffirmed by number 36. 36, 36. Your clouded mind is not something like, this isn't a clouded mind in like a foggy sense, or like you're sick or you can't think straight. This is totally different. Surrounded by craving, you run like a frightened hare, like a rabbit, right? The wise dispels craving and seeks freedom from addiction. And that could be addiction in any way, shape, or form. We all have our own addictions. I feel like this has everything to do with the addiction of not being willing to kind of take a chance. Take a chance. I'm hearing that song, Reach Out, Touch Faith. It's like rubbing a magic lamp back to life. You can't really be scared to do it. You just gotta do it. And if you are scared to do it, Why? You know? So this is no sensuous misconduct in the reverse. Coming out with cleaning house. I'm telling you, you could be changing partners right now. You could be like trying to figure out for yourself how not to be angry, how not to have clouded judgment, and how not to be like too sensual. That's like maybe what you're seeking in a relationship is like a nice, consistent balance between all of them, perhaps. Yeah, there's the Buddha at the bottom of the deck coming out with, protected treasures here. Here's the top of the deck is seeking storm fields. Okay, so there's something here about needing to reconcile what it is that you're seeking with where it is that you really are. Where it is that you really are. This is what's going forward, seeking. This is like future energy. This is present. Usually a seeker is looking for the answer to something. I think it's right in your face and you don't even see it. You don't get it, or you're not understanding or comprehending, or maybe like, I don't know what this is, Libra, but it's something about you needing to like really be okay with the unknown. This is what's unknown. You know, sometimes reality is stranger than fiction. And this is one of those situations. You may not believe, oh, the treasure is the Buddha. Yeah, it is. Just because you're a Sikh and you're a seeker, or just because you're, name any religion, I don't know. Just because you're that religion doesn't mean that other people don't have a belief system that works. That's the level of reconciliation that you need to have with yourself moving forward in order for you to realize what you already got. And when someone doesn't value this or doesn't seek it or doesn't understand it, there's really not a lot that you can do to help, assist. They're seeking something that they're not going to understand because it's inside of themselves. They're still looking out here. Look, still got their peaky, cheeky blinders on. Just trying to touch everything. Sensuous misconduct needs to be cleaned out. Clouded mind. And I'm talking more like cloud, like the iCloud, or remember where you came from, because that's the only thing that's going to ever teach you how things may play out in the future. When people are like, well, why do you keep dwelling on the past? Because the past tells us how not to repeat history. It's really important if you don't want to be on this continuous loop-de-loop of the same crap. Okay? Let me get one more reading. I'll do one more read through. I'm just going to do the Oracle deck. You have invention. Yes. When you go into something not knowing what's going to come of it, but ready to invent something positive, you don't typically have an angry mind. You have an inquisitive mind. You want to know more. If you've ever, usually when people are getting to know each other, they ask each other a lot of questions. They want to understand where the other one's coming from. They want to connect on that level where communication is important, and so is being on the same page. That's the purpose. This clouded mind and commitment. That's what I mean by like you almost want to back up your relationship, or you want to almost like download everything that the person that you're interested in wants to be committed to, so that if you have aligning purposes and goals, you can get on the same page. No problem. You don't have to seek anything at all. You don't have to go through life's trials and tribulations, the turbulence, the storm. You don't have to go through that. You just seek out what you want. And if that's the purpose of why you've, downloaded specific things, or, yeah, look, here's love. It's just going to appear. That's what I was just about to say. It's just going to be right there, waiting for you. It really isn't very much effort. As soon as you tune into that frequency, it's going to show up. Here's deceit coming out in the reverse. So we now have invention, purpose, and deceit in the reverse. So I feel like you may be reinventing something without any kind of lies, deceitfulness, backstabbing, omission, any of those feeling like any information that does not maintain and contain the truth, the honest truth, and nothing but the truth. I think you're kind of done. I think you've decided to disconnect from that. And I'm saying that because of the fact that there's like no sexual sensuous misconduct in the reverse with cleaning house. There was something happening here, Libra, whether it's on your side or someone else's, it was misconduct, and it was deceitful. So as a means of seeking out something higher for yourself, you're just going to say, that's fine, and move on. I think you understand the gravity of the situation enough to the point where this is actually not going to stop you from your mission statement, from the things that you really care about, the things that you really love, the things that you really value, the things that are worth something to you in your life. I don't think you're going to be doubting that anymore. I think you're just going to kind of reinvent yourself. You'll make up a purpose. If that purpose isn't seeking you, then you'll find it. You'll go get it for yourself. You don't need someone else to go get it for you. Yeah, here's exhaustion. And this is number 20. I feel like you're tired of looking back. Like you're tired of the constant replay. It gets to a point where you're like, okay, yeah, I've been here before, done this. Doesn't really seem appealing anymore. And I'm spent. It's kind of like that. It's like, I could keep doing this, but for what? For what? Seeking something that's already right in front of me, right? That's the point. Is I feel like you're coming to terms with the fact that you don't need to look outside of yourself for like fulfillment. That comes from a feeling of wanting to have a companion, wanting to be around someone. But if that energy is like off, I think you're tired of it. I think you've been tired of it, but I think you're really patient, especially when you think you're protecting a treasure that does not end up needing to be protected. It's protecting itself. So here's passion in the reverse. Here's emergence in the reverse. So you know how in The Passion of the Christ, I always think about that movie because it's actually really violent. Like they're whipping him on his back until there's like chunks of flesh trying to fly off his body and stuff. It's just really, yeah, there's balance. It's almost like you need to find a religion for me where the savior doesn't have to go through that. And I'm saying I don't remember Buddha having to get whooped like that in the name of God in order to be accepted, loved, and at peace. So there's a certain level of suffering that people just believe they have to go through in order to, yeah, they just believe they have to go through in order to achieve something. That's bullshit. It's complete and utter bullshit, is the way I'm going to call it. I don't think that's why you were sent here, was to be beaten within inches of your life or your life taken on a cross. If people want to lay cross after cross after cross for you to bear, you got to wonder what happened to them. Yeah, here's Peaks of Joy, number 33. I'm not playing that came out on top of Passion. What did y'all go through that makes you believe that's the level of abuse that you have to put up from your community? Your significant other needs to be hidden, like Mary Magdalene and Jubilee and Enoch. All the important parts need to be cut out. And you need to be whooped within, but you just need, your life needs to be taken. Or else you just, I mean, it's the same thing with the witch hunts. Oh, you have magic? Okay, well then save yourself or die. What if it was like earth magic that was going to help the earth grow more fruitful plants? How am I supposed to save myself? See how there's like extremes? You're a witch. Oh, you're a good witch? There's no such thing. You're a bad witch and we're going to kill you. It's that. It's something about like extremes not needing to be that extreme. This is number 21 and home. Number 27. 21, 27. It's like it makes you not want to leave home. It makes you not want to, like, okay. I mean, I will if I have to, but no, I'm not really looking forward to it. If you know you're about to get your ass whooped as soon as you leave home, you don't want to leave anymore. It's like, yo, can I get the DoorDash grocery delivery system in place, please? Because I'm tired. Every time I leave the house, get my ass whooped by individuals who think they're righteous. Not really. Righteous has to do with your belief, not with your belief being forced upon me. That's the difference, homie. When I leave the house, I can believe in whatever I want. Maybe Salem, maybe I'm a Quaker. I like my oatmeal. Okay? I'm not trying to force you to eat the oatmeal, so why are you trying to whip me and tell me what I need to be passionate about? There's balancing act in reverse coming out with balance in the upright. I think this is the second time that's come out in your reading, Libra. These two cards. There's something that you need to like almost flip on its head. I'm seeing an hourglass, the sands of time. You need to flip it. Give yourself more time or give yourself more lenience to just do what you want to do. Because like, Jesus, I want to say this is mucky. And I'm not saying like in a bad way. I just want to say it's like murky water. You don't have to stay in the murky water. You could just like swim in a straight line until you get out of the murky water, then look back at the murky water and be like, I'm not going back in there. There's something in that water. It could be mud, it could be blood, it could be dirt, it could be chemicals, it could be an oil spill, it could be a plethora of things you just don't want to find out. It was hard to see, it was hard to breathe, it was hard, like, I felt smothered. Okay? So, like, that's the only thing that you need to say. You don't even have to say it to nobody. You don't have to prove yourself. If you feel smothered, just go. Like, get out. Right. It's that moment and get out. Like the one picture that snaps him awake. I feel like that's what's going to happen this month is you're going to have something is going to really like open your eyes and you're just be like, oh, I've been choosing to stay in this. Anyway, whatever that is, you need to commit to just do you. To just do you. That's all.